everybody was talking, but nobody was listening. We were so excited. How'd you do?
Hello.
You haven't met these people.
Well, you look familiar, and you maybe, but I don't know who you are.
Teresa Hershey, and I'm from the Minnesota Veterinary Historical Society.
Oh, I see.
And that's my son Jackson.
Right, Jackson. Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Are you trying to get a history of him?
Yes.
It'll take more than one day. He's been everywhere, done everything.
But I've got to. I've been telling too much about Nepal, but it's been now since we first went there in '84, so it's been 32 years.
He loves Nepal.
And our projects are still going on. We have 12 literacy classes going at the moment, and new areas, keeping in new areas, and wherever we go, because they have so many languages, it's unwritten, that they still say many areas are still so isolated they're living back time. You know. It's improved in 30 years, but it is not good. I trained some people. I brought some TB acetraz stain and for diagnosing tuberculosis, and I trained some of the people in the clinic to run them. And the first year I was in there, and first time I brought it, I was in the clinic quite a bit, and I had run, in 2 months I found 350 people with tuberculosis. So we knew there was all kinds of it out there. And then the Maoists, we had an uprising, and the Maoists burned our clinics, and our staff started working out of their homes. And then finally the Maoists kicked them out of the area. So they went down over the mountains, and I thought we'd give them a severance pay. I thought we were done. But the new area they went to, they started doing the same thing all over again, so I had to start paying them again. So, but they've been going to new areas and doing things in new areas, and so now they have diagnosed nearly 60,000 people with tuberculosis, 5,000 people with leprosy.
Oh my gosh.
And another adventure, because I ended up getting leprosy too. So
You had leprosy?
yeah, so.
Oh, wow.
So but you know, the staff kept telling me that I should clean up the lepers, because it took 15 years. They said, you never see leprosy in a child. They hadn't. And since it takes 15 years to come down with it, I was so old I'd be dead before I'd ever get it. So I cleaned up and treated a lot of lepers. And in fact, I started asking each new area if there was people that were sick and they were keeping the lepers in the house, and so I'd find them. And so we had lots of them, but so our staff was very good then at going out and picking them up. And so, but when we were kicked out of the area, we had all these volunteer health workers. We now have about 700 that we've trained, and they periodically, each group of them, our staff goes out. In fact, Bajaya was down in Kathmandu for just about 2 months here, going from group to group and running classes for the volunteer health workers, so they can spot things that are going on. And they were crucial to our TB testing, because to begin with, when I found so many of them, it was going to cost us $75 a piece to treat them, and we didn't have that kind of money that we could do them, so we were just treating the very sick ones, because we couldn't afford to treat them all, until we got the UN to agree to that our volunteers could put the pills in the mouth instead of going to a clinic. And so our volunteers now, now it's 8 months, but for 6 months they went around and put the pills in their mouth every day for 6 months.
Wow.
So that's just part of it. But this is Nepal, but